Now, I don't really frequent the Roblox platform as much as I used to anymore, except for when I'm playing Basketball Legends. However, whenever I go on there, I notice a couple games that get very popular on my feed for whatever reason, and it's games that are called something like Animal Boy Outfits, Furry Outfits. I don't understand why you need to play an outfit game. Just wear what you regularly wear with a furry head or something. I don't even know. What especially doesn't make sense to me is that there seems to be a certain style when it comes to being one, which doesn't make any sense to me because isn't it just like an anthropomorphic animal? Wouldn't you just wear the same clothes you would wear as a person? But no, apparently to be a furry, you have to be some sort of like weirdo that wears weird stuff, which we'll get into in a second. So for this, we're going to go back to the dear friend of mine and do a little bit of investigation. To start off, I'm noticing with a lot of these, they're kind of going for that quote-unquote feminine look, which, to start off, if you think wearing thigh highs and the most revealing clothes possible is how to dress feminine, you are the prime suspects in objectifying women. Let me explain. If you think of women's clothing and the first thing you think of is a bra, or whatever the hell this thing is called, you are part of the big issue. The idea of femininity being linked to these revealing things is kind of problematic because that's what you see as feminine clothes. Because femininity is more so in the mannerisms and how you go about things. You can dress effeminately without revealing all the skin on your body. And there's nothing wrong with showing skin. But considering that all of these outfits are on the basis of that for dressing effeminately, I just don't see why this is part of it. Another issue is that these games actually make part of the money when you buy stuff. Whenever you buy an item on these games, I'm pretty sure the game creator gets a 10% commission of any purchase, which means whenever you spend 1,000 Robux on the game, the creator gets 100 Robux, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have thousands of people buying stuff on this game, the creator is getting tons of money for absolutely terrible outfits that literally anyone could make. Literally anyone could look up femboy clothes on the catalog and find something like this. But these games are trying to gauge an audience of people who want to dress like that but have zero understanding of what it actually means. So they'll come into this game and then buy the outfits there. Especially when you have people spending $500 of real life money in value on their outfit just to look like this. It really just goes to show how impressionable a lot of the people who play these games are. And time for the controversial part. These games target men, or dudes, or boys. And men are inherently stupid when it comes to fashion. They have zero fashion sense inherently. Like, I can't explain, and I'm sure you all know this too, how many people there are who dress like this with their crusty hoodie, their shitty sweatpants, and their Asics shoes. Tell me how many people you know with a completely unmatching shirt under it, Adidas sweatpants, and it is because men do not know how to dress. So when they see this, they're like, oh, I look different, not knowing they look like every other man who wants to look different. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you're trying to look a certain way and you think thigh highs is all it takes, you are just stupid. Now, alone, they don't look bad. They actually look good if you stack them with certain things. But if all you're wearing is those, then that's not going to do anything for your outfit. You're not going to stand out. You're going to look like every other person who wants to be just like you. And to repeat my earlier point, if you think dressing effeminately means wearing revealing clothing and wearing thigh highs, you also just don't understand how women dress at all. Tell me, have you ever talked to a woman? Have you ever been around a woman? Have you ever seen how a woman dresses? Because it's surely not like that. And yeah, maybe I have seen the rare occasion of a girl dressing like that in public. But who gave them that fashion? Tumblr? Reddit or some shit? They didn't get that from anyone with any actual fashion sense. And I think the biggest problem plaguing people who want to dress like this is just that they don't realize that fashion is what they make it. Now, though I am very critical of these outfits, as long as you're doing your own thing and it works, do it. I don't understand why people don't just go out of their comfort zone and make outfits that look strange, because sometimes strange is good. And if you need a Roblox game to tell you how to dress so that the creator of the game can just reap the money from it, I'm sorry to say, but you got played. So to summarize the title, the issue with these games is that they target a demographic of people who want to express themselves a bit more but are unaware of how to do it. and therefore they come to these games which teach them an awful precedent for how to actually dress in the way that they want to. Given that they've had no actual experience with people who understand fashion on a deeper level, they come to these games thinking that there's some sort of promise to it, but that promise is never delivered because really, this is not a respectable way to dress.